I do not have time to film this, but I'm leaving and I may be stuck in Ukraine. I don't know. My Airbnb host contacted me to make sure everything was all right before I left. And as I was hurrying out the door, I did let him know that I was leaving too late and may not make it to the bus station. So he contacted this taxi driver of his, and I was supposed to have enough money to pay for it, but the taxi driver and I didn't speak very well, and he got confused, I guess. I don't know. He took a while trying to figure out where I go, but I knew exactly where I go, but he wouldn't let me out of the car and edited me costing more, but I didn't have it in cash or a way to pay him, so he just said it was all right, and I barely made it on the bus in time. So the moral of this story is take a shower earlier. I don't know, but try to plan ahead and have a taxi driver. I was just going to walk to the bus station, and granted it's like a 30-minute walk, and then I have a backpack of luggage basically, but yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Live and learn. And then also, I did not pay attention to time changes between different countries going back. I was so lucky that when I got to Poland, that it was the good timing, or I could have missed my flight. So I lucked out that that time frame worked, because I did not even check the time from Kyiv and the time in Poland to make that flight. But I made it. Everything was fine. But I was thinking, wow, I didn't check that, and I'm lucky that it all aligned. The only thing that was weird was going to Canada, because I lived the 13th of December twice, so I had 2 full days of it, and it was very confusing, because that's how far away Kyiv is, pretty much, is like almost a full day from Arizona. And travel-wise, pretty much seems like it definitely is, because I had to spend a night in Canada. Anyway, but this trip was amazing. I think it's really cool that I never left my country, and I was able to figure all this out on my own and get to Kyiv and then get home. So here's a funny story. When I first got to Kyiv, I fell asleep on a park bench. Luckily, I had anti-theft on my zippers, because one of them looked like it was almost open. I don't know if that was really the case. Everyone seems really friendly and not like they're gonna pickpocket you, but I was unconscious for who knows how long on a park bench in the middle of Kyiv somewhere, from the bus station to my flat. So there's that. And then when I got to my flat, the next day I think it was, I stepped on a dead bird, and this guy saw me, and we all heard this loud crunch. Of course, I didn't do it on purpose. I was just walking really fast, and I stepped on what looked like a black puddle, but it was a dead bird, and that's kind of funny. And yes, there was bombings while I was here. I heard them really loud. The few early days that I was there, when I just got there, I slept through almost all of them. I did go under the subway. That's what they call the bomb shelter. I should have went there more often. I did not. And when I left this country, the very following week, where I was living across the street got bombed. So was it safe? Definitely not. Even though I make it sound lovely, it was to me. It did seem peaceful, but there was always rumbling skies, which is air defense, and air alerts constantly. And they have to keep on going and live a normal life, and it's not normal. You have to decide whether you're going to live your life in a bomb shelter and try to make it to work any inch you can, and then sleep in the middle of the hallway between two thick walls, or go to the subway and live your life there. My heart goes out to them, honestly. The trip overall was amazing, despite the war. And that's what surprises me. I never felt scared, even when I heard bombs getting blown out and shards landing nearby. But I have a different perspective. I'm going through a spiritual awakening, so I can't advocate what I'm doing because what I'm doing isn't normal. And it's something I didn't choose. I'm following my intuition. It led me to Kyiv, and it saved my life. So before I left, I went and revisited St. Andrew's Church. I really like that area. It's really cool. Sometimes there's vendors and sometimes there's not. Anyway, the last time I was there, it was really snowy and I didn't have the right shoes. I was starting to slide down the hill, and so I started going really slow. And I figured, I'm not in any hurry. I have nowhere to go, and I'm just taking a walk anyway, so I can walk as slow as I want. This guy that's a defender comes right around me and is perturbed in Ukrainian and really wants to push me aside for some reason. He was probably the most aggressive guy I ran across, but he didn't. There was this old man that got close to me and tried to help me down the hill, and then the old man hugged me and kissed my cheek, which was interesting. But he was really sweet, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's kind of funny. So, and then I also got hugged by a homeless man, and I could totally understand where he's coming from. It must be hard to be like that in war. That's crazy. This close. Stuck here.
Це їх купі вагонки, а ну подивись, чи там ті на кліпу витягували, що вагонку забігали. А де тут? Так, збіг. Чуєш, дай записати щось. Та ти можеш ще сьогодні та я в дорозі, бо зараз буде пропадатися. Бо ми зараз близько якраз їдемо.
Look what they did to the road. What the heck, huh? Just like that, I'm back in Poland airport. Chopin Shohozi. That's what the guy told me. Chopin Shohozi. Huh. Ta-da! Let's go get lost in the airport. It's a joke because everyone says that they'll get lost in the airport. When I first got here, I did not get lost. So those people went fast. I'm losing my bags. And I need to not die and cross the road here. Arrivals. What does that mean? I'm gonna follow these people because I don't know. Rent a car. That is not helpful. Huh. I made it. How are we supposed to go to this departure thing? Enter right. That's what we're looking for. is an interesting airport. It's in France. Oh yeah. How pretty. I'm in France. G. We're looking for 2M, like in Mary. Or me. Anyway, let's see. No choice but to go in there. M. Oh.
Prochain arrêt, Terminal 2, E, Porte M. Next stop, Terminal 2E at M.
That's interesting. I have no idea. Oh. Let's see. They got like Nintendo things to play or something. Atari, whatever, you know. Of course, Ratatouille. Ratatouille, that's funny. That Christmas tree wants to hug you. Anyway, I need to figure out what I'm going to be doing for 3 hours. What the Paris airport looks like. I was trying to picture it in my mind, and this is not what I pictured. Nope. Looks like the Copenhagen one a little bit. Okay, never mind, it doesn't. I want to do it to Paul. That's the same thing in Ukraine. I didn't try that. I didn't know it was France. It's here though. I just like to find where I go. Where's this lady going? Anyway. A cute store in there. How cool is this? Plane. This thing is my favorite. last time. That's the second guy I've seen run. This is a cool airport. I love the wall and everything's really pretty. I made it to Paris from Ukraine. Got out of the war. I don't feel relief. It feels sad. But, you know, I left my gloves there. I have a reason to be sad. Yep, got that. They got like Nintendo thing to play or something. Atari, whatever, you know. Of course, Ratatouille. Ratatouille, that's funny. That Christmas tree wants to hug you. Anyway, I need to figure out what I'm going to be doing for 3 hours. Gonna be fun. Arrived to a mini concert. This is the Canada International Airport. in Calgary. Let's look at this before I have to board my plane. I gotta hurry because they're calling people, but there's a Wolfgang Puck kitchen bar. Yeah. Should go look at that if I'm ever in this area again. Some weird souvenirs. I don't know. I'm more interested in that bar over there, honestly. Then they got Starbucks. I already got a drink there. And in Canada, it's a lot cheaper than Phoenix. No, Buffalo's. Is the gingerbread and eggnog in all Starbucks? That's my question. Anyway, I'm terrible at vlogging, but I'm trying to do better. It's just a matter of waiting.
Veuillez vous assurer que vos appareils électroniques en avion pour la durée du vol. Merci. Dans leur enseigne de sortie illuminée. En cas de changement de pression dans la cabine, le panneau situé au-dessus de vous s'ouvrira et déclenchera des masques à oxygène. Restez assis et tirez immédiatement sur un masque afin que l'oxygène se libère. Placez-le sur votre nez et votre bouche tout en passant la bande élastique derrière votre tête. Tirez sur les deux extrémités à l'avant pour l'ajuster. Mettez votre masque en premier avant d'aider les autres. En préparation du décollage, veuillez redresser votre siège et votre tablette. L'électronique reste coincée dans votre siège. N'essayez pas.
We don't have Western Connect or any charging outlets on this flight. In-flight service will begin shortly. Please refer to the menu in your seat pad, which lists items available for purchase on today's flight. If you would like to purchase a meal from our premium cabin, today we are offering a check-in wrap as our option. Quantities are limited and cabin crew will be in the aisle momentarily to offer these and our buy on board options. We would like to extend a special welcome to Western Awards members and guests of our airline partners. For more details
As I'm sitting here trying to find the words to sum up the days I spent in Kyiv, these 70 days, what they have meant to me. And honestly, it's hard. When I first arrived, the air was crisp, the city was painted with golden fall colors. Every park I walked through felt like a dream. Vibrant leaves, kids playing, locals walking their dogs. I was just taking it all in, staring at each building, the architecture, the art, the statues, the cars, the walkway, everything. As a solo traveler, a woman over 40, stepping into a country so far from where I started, but slowly those leaves disappeared, snow started to fall, and when it came, this quiet beauty, a stillness. I would wander through the snowy paths, bundled up, watching the city move through the seasons, and somehow I was moving in my own transformation too. And then there were people so kind and so resilient, from strangers on the street who helped me when I got lost, to an amazing Ukrainian dentist, yes, you heard that right, who treated me like more than like a patient, like someone who belonged here. One of my most unforgettable parts of this journey, Okinelzi concerts. I went for 5 nights, and each one was more powerful than the last. The music, the crowd, the feeling of unity. Ukrainian pride filled every corner of that space. And on that final night, I found myself underground in a bomb shelter, and the concert still going, while air alerts blared for hours above us. But no one left, no one ran, the music played on. I never experienced anything more raw, more courageous, and more beautiful than the souls that have to bear this horrible burden of war and still power through every day. I also met incredible talented artists while I was there. She introduced me to a hidden gem, cozy local restaurants, quiet art galleries, and places I would never found on my own. I brought her with me to one of my concerts, and we had a nice connection. It reminded me of why I want to travel, for these moments that break through culture, language, and distance. And yes, even dated a Ukrainian man. It was spontaneous and it was fun. There were silly moments too, like sliding down icy hills and hugging strangers. I felt free, alive. My time in Ukraine was everything I didn't know I needed. It healed me, it stretched me, it showed me that even in the middle of war, people are living, loving, laughing, and singing. I miss it deeply, and I pray every day for Ukraine's victory, for peace, strength, and for everyone who calls it home. Slava Ukraini. Dakiu, Kyiv, you changed me forever. This video touched you. If you're dreaming of your own epic journey, I hope you subscribe and stick around and come with me as I prepare for my next adventure. And if you're a woman over 40 thinking, could I really do this? Talk. You absolutely can. This channel's for you. Until next time, stay brave, stay curious, keep chasing life, and dream out loud.